Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. Hope you're all ready for this one under the lights on Thursday night.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson about to embark on that journey that ends with the Super Bowl. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs. When NFL football's on TV, Mike, it's just better. And I'll tell you what, for these teams and a lot of these young players, this is the start. Just like you said, this is a journey to...
It's a fresh start for both of these clubs. Here we go, week 1 of the NFL preseason. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
These preseason games, Mike, they can be a little bit tricky. For so many guys on the roster, it's just check the box. It's one more step to getting to the regular season. But for these young quarterbacks, you just can't place enough value on how important these game reps are. And here for a young quarterback who's looking to prove his worth, but potentially being the starting quarterback week 1, how does he command the huddle? How does he manage a game-like atmosphere? Until you put him under the bright lights, you just don't know the answers to the questions.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Here's Williams now to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On fourth down, the longtime special teams ace, Johnny Hekker on to punt. Xavier Gibson deep to return. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, for that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Out of shotgun, Richardson. The open man is Wilson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
They will run it over center with Swift. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
He's got his big target, Everett.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On second down, Richardson. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Toward the sideline, he's got Allen.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes third down. From the gun, Richardson. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
His kick is good. Next to score, visitors 7. Our home team.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. Hardman now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
A gain of 16 yards. That's enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
In motion, Lamb. Throwing on first down, it's Williams. He's got a man, it's CeeDee Lamb. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's 1st and 10.
That's good for another. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the give, this is Mixon. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
A lot of terrific quarterbacks from Southern California, and here's another one. The rookie gets his team a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That's caught by Lamb. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On the handoff, it's Mixon. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Brian Branch.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The visitors' offense ready to take over for their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
They'll put Everett in motion here. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. That's caught. Travis Kelce. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's a handoff, and Swift running right. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard. Here's 3rd and 2. They put Kelce in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And that is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And now it's 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. Nicole Hardman deep to return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's a close game early on. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that could all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Here's Hill. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
All run play. This is Hill. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Alex Singleton there on the tackle. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Jason Sanders on for the point after. He gets it to go, and his guys will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return is Chase Brown. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Receiver in motion. going right. To throw is Huntley. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Huntley now. That one caught by Bub Means. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Now Huntley. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Throwing, Huntley. He'll look underneath here for Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8. They'll run it for the first time with Case Brown. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Third down and 9. Huntley. He's going to air this one out. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. Returnable from the 17. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's holding. The area we usually see holding. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll run here with Hill. Third and long. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's going to be picked off by the rookie, Ennis Rakestraw. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
On the ground, it's Brown. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. A carry here for Brown. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. Here's Huntley. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's going to get 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. Here's Wilson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen to Hill.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That's into the hands of his receiver, Watkins. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. To throw again is Wilson. Down inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense going to take over just before the half. Back to throw. Huntley. You'll find Brown out of the backfield. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. He'll drop to throw. This one complete to Washington. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Quick throw, taken in. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Back to the air one more time. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. 3rd and 9. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with EA Sports. Halftime report. It's all yours, Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They try again. It's 2nd and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Quickly to the outside and complete.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
They're all set to punt this one away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with him again. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. That's a nice run, taking it up past the 30-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Now Wilson. And he's got this one complete to Watkins. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Alex Singleton there on the tackle. Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Wilson, he's going to take a shot down the field. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And the lead holds steady at 4.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. back to throw here to begin the drive. Now he takes off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
They'll look to throw. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
I think they saw something earlier in the game that showed some vulnerabilities in the deep defensive coverage. Then the execution, not only for the route runners to be in the right spot, but then for the quarterback to find his matchup, find the space in the breakdown of the coverage, and put that ball on target and lead to the big game.
They'll put Everett in motion here. Now they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of Xavier Gibson. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Now it is first and goal. Here's a run.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
And he gets this one down inside the 10, but it will set up third and goal. Third and goal. They'll put Everett in motion here. Throwing here on third and goal. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play them man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So now this team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Jack Sanborn on the stop. Second and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. What can they do here on third down and 7? Now it's Wilson. Oh, he coughs up the football. The defense has it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
This team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's first and 10. Here's Brown. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Huntley now. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
We'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Now Huntley. That one taken in. So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7. It's a pistol snap for Huntley. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Justice Hill to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now a handoff running right. They need one right now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Huntley. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Here's Huntley. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
To throw is Huntley. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is 1st down and goal. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. It is brought in the end zone. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Washington now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Sending a receiver right. Throwing, Huntley. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll put Everett in motion here. Back to throw. Huntley. The throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. Important punt here in this tie game late. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Now Wilson on 1st down. To the outside, catch made by Brown. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give them 6 on that play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing down.
Oh, and once again, the pressure too intense. They get him down again.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Man in motion here is Washington. You'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is such a challenging route for any defender to guard, Mike, and here's why. It's really a 3-way go. I can either run into the flat, I can either sit and stop and just find open space, or in this case, the defender overcommits. I could break back across his face to the middle of the field, and you're wide open.
They'll look to throw yet again. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. There's that man again. Another catch.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot based on...
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, out comes the punter, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Throwing again, Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Wilson will throw again. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. Important moment here. 3rd down and 4. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. They'll come up now for 2nd down. To throw again is Wilson. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. Going to need a big play now. 3rd down and long. They send a receiver in motion left. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. We're about ready now for the punt. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Now Huntley. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Huntley now. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down.
You can hear some boo birds coming out with some angry fans here right behind us, Mike, and rightfully so. They went from 2nd and long, which is obviously not ideal, to now 3rd and nearly impossible. I mean, it's looked about as bad as you can imagine.
So, 4 quarters, not enough to find a winner. Both teams plenty to chew on before the regular season gets going. But for now, thankfully, with the rule implemented back in 2021, the game ends here. No overtime in the preseason, so this game will end as a tie.